What's up, guys? Another episode of the Roma English podcast, episode 15. What do we say about the young boys game?
You're saying pretty good game at the Wangsdorf. Good second half. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we just stay off the young boys jokes, because I feel like
we're gonna get cancelled.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna get a cancellation from a Roma player via lawsuit.
True. The only thing about that game that was a fucking joke, the guys drinking white wine at a fucking football game. Get out. Like,
that's
genuinely,
class.
just
That's class.
That if anything, deserves a cancellation.
You know you made it a night where you can sit at the Wangsdorf and drink white wine against a European giant.
Oh, wait, I just remembered it. Did you guys see about the European Super League?
Yeah, and it's retarded.
Apparently, it's gonna happen, and Roma are in it.
If Roma in it, I don't care. As long as Roma in it, I really couldn't care less.
Genuinely, I would hate that. I would hate that so much.
We already have it. It's Champions League.
Really? Exactly. Would you hate it? Like, as long as Roma aren't excluded and I get to watch sick players score sick goals, I don't care.
Yeah, but
I have to be honest.
We're gonna get fucked every game.
Exactly. The thing is, it's going to be a closed league, so like the NFL, like the.
So we'll just come last every year.
Exactly. Like, what's the point?
But then, what if we draft like the next Messi? What if it becomes like that? That would be dope as fuck.
No, American sports system was so boring.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
And you
okay,
can't
yes,
draft...
because baseball is a boring sport, but like the NBA is hype as fuck.
But I mean, draft.
The draft system wouldn't work in football either.
Probably not, because there's way too many talents from everywhere.
There would have to be like 50 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know how the draft system works, but I know it wouldn't work in European football.
Yeah, I also don't see it working, honestly, because there's not really that much of an established school, like a league, so you can't really judge the talent properly. You're almost like, and then like all the teams already, the players are in a Primavera team. So would it be fair if Juve somehow get the first draft pick and draft a Roma Primavera player?
Yeah,
like that.
Imagine Juve drafting Zalewski.
Okay, we should just let's not talk. Now I'm annoyed. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to say that I would hate that, because that would just be us finishing last and we have nothing to fight for, because it's never going to get better.
And it ruins everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's like being Benevento in the first Serie A year, but knowing that next year is going to be just as bad.
Yeah.
No, but it's not, because think about it. There'll be like, let's say 20 teams in this league. That's now all the relative talent in the world is now congested into 20 teams.
Yeah,
so like but the chances are that Roma have 4 Oaks that on the day could win a match by themselves is much higher.
But how fun is it that the world's biggest sport is going to be narrowed down to 20 teams?
Yeah, that's it's such a. I saw one fan base had a banner during a match that said. Made by the poor, stolen by the rich. Exactly. Referring to the sport, and that's spot on.
Yeah.
But on the young boys game, I think there's not really much to talk about. It was a fucking horrific game of football on synthetic grass. Couldn't really do much. We needed the big boys to come in to get the result. The one thing we can say, Kumbula, what a fucking match! Mamma mia, the Great Wall of Rome.
And he followed it up pretty nicely as well.
Yeah. And like he's been like, it's actually it's almost given us an impossible situation, but I think we'll discuss that after we've discussed the Milan game, because the Milan game reinforced this this situation. But yeah, I think we can move straight on to the Milan game, because Young Boys was just one of those games. It was like a Stoke Wednesday night that we did very well to get the result. Young Boys hadn't lost at home in 15 matches or something like that.
Exactly. I think, considering how badly we played, to still grind out the result, I was happy with that. We didn't,
especially considering the team we played. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And we barely conceded anything. The only thing exactly, Jesus and Fazio I can accept seeing on the pitch again if needed. Jesus, I never want to see in a fucking Roma shirt again. The way he walked on the pitch, he
What do you mean?
like
He
10, 15
everyone.
kilos overweight. Like
yeah, he looks overweight. Fazio, unfortunately, Fazio's got like Pellegrini's mentality as a centre back, where if he can't hit that long ball through to Dzeko to smash first time, he's gonna turn in circles until he gets closed down, and then he kicks it away. Just play a simple pass to a person who's more skilled than you, please.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if Fazio was in his prime 15 years ago, he would be very good.
If Fazio played 20 years ago, he would go down as one of the greatest.
Yeah, he just doesn't fit today's football. He's not
at all
a bad player. He just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Although I think his honestly, for me, his decision making was really, really disappointing on Thursday night.
I mean,
but I don't even want to talk about those two idiots.
Fair.
As far as I'm concerned, we should have moved on from them both 2 years ago. It's a crime that they're still at the club.
100%. What I wanted to mention, like what I really wanted to talk about, was a bit about Villar, because I mean, he got bullied by kids. I don't know.
By the young boys.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to say the young boys because I knew.
What was his name? That guy, Abo. What was the guy's name?
Yeah,
Dabo,
like
I think. Dabo, D-A-B-O, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Young boys midfielder. I was actually quite impressed with him. He looks like a machine.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he bullied VR quite badly.
Like the thing with VR is, it's not that he's not good enough. It's just that he doesn't have the. I don't know. He doesn't make the right decisions.
He's not fast, strong.
The decisions is the thing he always does right.
No,
yeah, I don't agree with
doesn't,
that. I
no,
think
maybe it's more like
enough.
He doesn't work tactically. Like I don't know. It's something that
I think you're looking a bit too much into that young boys game. To be honest, they were also playing on synthetic grass. Like,
true.
They couldn't even pass the ball, 2-3 times in midfield without it skidding away.
Yeah, we said that in the group chat that synthetic grass should not be allowed.
Yeah,
because it's such a huge
definitely,
advantage.
no question. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like 95% the same 11 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That played on Thursday. So I think we could probably in the next episode speak about our second tier players better, because I think 2 games, as well as the fact that it's not synthetic grass.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be a better, and it's at home, in fact. So, it's they will be even more comfortable. So I think it'll be a better to talk about it then, because like with VR, with Mayoral as well, like, what can an Oak really do in an environment like that they've never been in before, against a team that hits you as hard as they can in their home turf, which is plastic. So
seriously.
I think we can let off any disappointing really showings.
I agree. I don't know. It's not too much to talk about, as we said.
Paul Lopez made a nice save. We can say that.
True. He had a good game.
Match, I'm happy with Paul Lopez. If he has another good game tomorrow night, I'm happy with him. Maybe.
Yeah, he made it very
because
good.
The thing is, as good as and solid as Mirante has been, it's just too big of an investment to let it sit on your bench. Because maybe at least if Pau ends the season with 15 million, at least then it gives us 15 million to work with, worst case. Whereas if we leave him on the bench the whole year, by the end of the season, he'll be worth 5 million. And then we've lost 20.
Yeah.
So it's just,
But he did a very important save at the end of the game.
Yeah. Very nice save.
Moving on to the Milan game.
The big boy game.
Because, speaking about goalkeepers, I thought the first goal was on Mirante.
I don't think you can say it was on Mirante, but I think a great keeper can say
exactly. Like he didn't make a mistake, but it's more like, obviously it was mainly us not tracking Leao, really.
Kumbula also made a mistake, and Kumbula in fact said after the game, Kumbula after the game said, I made a mistake on the first goal.
Yeah.
So if he's willing to openly take responsibility, I think.
And that's good.
I mean, I think that's him, that's Mirante, and that's Karsdorp who let the cross come in.
I thought it was also the midfielders, because I thought there was too much space for Leao to walk into. But
I do think that Pau probably has the right instinct to be able to stop that goal because he's very quick off his lines, and Mirante isn't really that. He's more of a solid stay in the goalkeeper.
Like I rewatched it, and he didn't go outside of the small penalty area. You know the.
No.
So
and sometimes that is needed. I mean,
yeah, exactly, and that's I don't know. I
think modern football, you need a keeper who's going to dominate his penalty box.
Exactly, and that space is too big of a space to let just not
deal
be.
with.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I do think Kumbula was a bit arrogant there.
He was, yeah.
And also Jimmy, if you see your centre back swinging his leg, maybe Mirante's like he has it. And
maybe,
then he takes, and then what happens is he thinks Kumbula has it. He takes half a step slower, and then Zlatan beats him to the ball. You know?
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, the main thing there, I think, was that Kumbula dropped too early. If he would have just stayed, Zlatan would have been offside. Because Kumbula was like a meter below the other defenders, and we saw that once or twice later in the game too. So that's, I don't know, a worry, I guess, but it's not too big.
I don't think it's anything to worry about. It's also Zlatan, you know.
No, exactly, but it's something to work on, I guess you could say.
Yeah, something to work on.
But yeah, overall, very good game from all of the center backs.
Yeah, these three center backs they're too much. They really are just too much.
Yeah, Ibanez.
Oh my goodness! I've never seen anyone just. That's Ibrahimovic and Ronaldo now that he's physically just come out on top against.
He made Zlatan fall on his back. How many people?
Ran past Zlatan and Zlatan fell, trying to stop him. Like, come on, no.
And we have. I mean, by natural selection rules, we have to start making Ibanez jokes now instead of Zlatan jokes.
Yeah, we actually do. Ibanez, what I can't think of a single Zlatan joke right now.
Ibanez isn't late for class. The class is early for Ibanez.
Late for Ibanez. Nice. Okay, but
by the way, Ibanez is probably the only player in the world that can shoot a long shot and be on the rebound of his own long shot. When it's
that's the thing. That's the thing. That's not because Ibanez is so fast. That's because the ball wanted to come to Ibanez.
Facts.
Exactly. The ball wanted Ibanez.
But the fact that it wasn't even a straight out to him rebound. It was it went out to the corner flag and he was still first to it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
On the side, takes a long shot and wins the rebound. Like, bro, come on, it's not fair.
And he was on the side where Theo Hernandez is, who's very quick.
Yeah.
True. Hernandez and Spinazzola, for that matter, completely out of the game. I don't know. They didn't do anything.
Clash of the left backs turned into a very big.
Yeah, like we said, Mario Rui probably called the Portuguese mafia and said, "Yeah, guys, I want to win the prize for the best left back of the Serie A. Come on, go threaten both of them." That's the only explanation, honestly.
Yeah, no, they were both very, very disappointing. I don't think Spinazzola. I've said it a few times. I don't think he completed the statistic in this match. Besides back passes.
No, but to be honest, he was solid defensively still. He didn't do.
I mean, he did let them get in one or two crosses anyway. I mean, he wasn't great defensively. He was average. He wasn't Karsdorp.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the team was 4 of 13 when it comes to dribbles, and I think Spinazzola was like 0 of 9, and the rest were doing okay.
No, that was actually embarrassing. Towards the end, Mkhitaryan didn't want to pass him the ball.
No.
Yeah.
At the end of the match, Mkhitaryan held it and cut inside instead.
Mkhitaryan was on his Benzema type beat. He's playing against us.
Oh my god. But one stat talking about dribbles. Milan had 100% completed dribbles. I saw on SofaScore. That's I don't know. I think that's
it's not a good look for us. Yeah,
no, only against Karsdorp.
I know, but it's still like Kalanoglu probably had a couple. Benacer had a couple. Zlatan. I don't know if Zlatan
didn't have the ball at his feet the entire game.
Yeah,
but
that's
anyways,
true.
Having 100% completed dribbles, then you have some kind of a problem defensively, I think. Because obviously, both the second goal came from.
But like Sebe just said, Zlatan didn't have the ball at his feet.
And
All
that
three of our
was
centre backs were marking.
exactly. They just shifted.
I wonder, like, I want to see how many missed tackles our back three had.
Probably none.
Because that doesn't make sense. Because what's the definition of a dribble? Because 100% of dribbles suggest that Roma didn't make a tackle, which is ridiculous. Doesn't make sense, really, does it?
Yeah.
No, but that's more if you try to dribble past someone. I think if like he takes a touch and the player comes in and makes a tackle.
True, because Leao was stopped by Ibanez when he tried to get past him.
True. I don't know. Maybe they got that statistic wrong. But anyways, that's what it said on SofaScore. They had 9 out of 9 dribbles. We had 4 out of 13. I'll check the tackles of our centre backs.
By the way, Checo, greatest captain in Roma history. After that one celebration, it deletes everything that happens the last 2 months. He is now at a very, 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 very high status amongst Roma fans instantly.
Deserved.
Yes. Never doubted him.
I don't want to ever see Mayoral play. I just want to watch Jack. Nah, but really, he's so nice to watch. He's so good. What happened to this man? It's because he actually respects the Gente. Jokes aside, he actually respects. He doesn't. He's like, oh, at least I don't have to play with Kluivert anymore or Under anymore.
True.
He respects. I really do think he respects him.
Under with a great assist for Leicester.
Vardy. Yeah, wonderful cross.
That's very good for us because that means,
Yes.
The fee is already settled.
Yeah, no, but it's an option to buy, so he needs to play well.
Play well. Back to Roma.
But before we speak about Dzeko, I think we have to speak about the ref, surely.
Yeah.
Because honestly, we can't just speak about this game without acknowledging that the ref fucked this game very badly.
Yeah.
And those 2 penalties are very unfortunate.
Actually, there are 3 penalties.
And we were robbed. So
why? What's the 3rd penalty?
The Mancini handball.
Please.
No, but the thing is, Zlatan has his arm under Mancini's arm.
Yeah, I guess.
Like Mancini's motion. No, but you have to think of it this way, right? Mancini's motion isn't his natural motion.
No.
That motion that makes his hand hit the ball is influenced by Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, maybe.
So what is he supposed to do? It's like that one thing where Chiellini or someone, the bliss, he grabbed his hand and slapped himself. And then he goes down. Like,
yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But that Zlatan got a yellow card for that.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm being a Roma fan. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I'd want a penalty if I was.
I thought it was a penalty, but it would have been a very, very unlucky penalty, because obviously he couldn't do anything about it really. So maybe it's correct not to give it. They have changed the handball rule, and I haven't really looked at it. So maybe.
The thing is that it's so weird to me that he didn't go out to check VAR even once on either of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
That's disgraceful.
Especially when you penalty where there wasn't any contact.
I'm sorry?
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. When you have the entire team fighting you, you should honestly go to VAR. Even if it's the most obvious thing, just go to VAR so you don't lose the match.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's common sense.
Yeah.
Just be like Oaks, aware. If you're so certain, I'll give you the respect and I'll go check VAR. Otherwise, why will I respect your call as a ref if you don't respect me as a player?
Exactly.
How does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, the 2 penalties, we all know they shouldn't have been pens. But also, me and Sasha.
I'm not sure we all know. But
yeah. I mean, except the Milan fans, because they're going around saying they got robbed. Get out!
Every Roma page have been saying that it's 2 non-existent pen, and
honestly, Roma got robbed. I'll just say that Roma got robbed. So anyway,
also the Theo Hernandez yellow card should have been a red. No.
Yeah.
Yep. He slid in from behind, left the ground with his studs up.
Slid.
That's 3.
He jumped in.
Yeah, exactly.
That's 3. But surely from behind, sliding, studs up. That's normally a red. He left the ground as well.
Yeah.
Chiesa did all of that without going in from behind and got a red card.
He didn't even slide.
leave the ground. Yeah.
He didn't even slide. He just kicked.
So I'm saying if Kiesa's getting red for that, and obviously that's probably the wrong call.
Yeah.
That should have been a red card. Studs from behind should always be a red card.
Yeah, exactly.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know if he came from behind. Maybe it did.
It was from this like
side, maybe.
It was from the
But
side.
is it from where the player can see him?
No.
That's the bottom line, you know. Because if the O can't see it coming, he can't brace to defend himself. That's what makes it more dangerous.
I mean, that was very close to a leg break. So for me, that's a red because he made contact.
Yeah, I think that's a red card as well.
So Milan fans saying you should have had 2 penalties. You should have had the Mancini penalty. Then you should also have a red card on Teo.
Because it's like, if you say you should have the Mancini penalties, then we might as well say we should have had the Pedro penalty. Because what the fuck's the difference? But that's why we can't even come here to argue with Milan. It's really the most delusional people on earth. It's actually they're like a cult. They're like flat earthers. We should just move on from them.
Anyways, the game in general, I thought generally defensively, like the defensive shape we had looked good. We didn't concede much at all, except when Karstorp
let Leao skin him. Yeah,
exactly.
I think the combination play offensively worked very well.
Yeah, we had something lacking.
I think our transition was very we I think in terms of moving from our final third into theirs. We look like the best team in the world.
Exactly.
In terms of our one-touch passing. But once we hit the final third,
there was something lacking.
There really wasn't much.
Pellegrini orchestrated that midfield like he's always
fantastic. Our man of the match, I think, Pellegrini.
You know,
what a game.
We had a brilliant counterattack when Pellegrini won the ball twice and then played it through to Mickey, who then passed.
That's when we got the penalty.
No, not that one.
Not?
But
passed to Dzeko, who shot it over, but he passed it.
Exactly.
Oh yes.
But the thing
when he just missed the volley.
Yeah, but that was a very difficult situation because in the moment I felt like Mickey should have passed later, but
he should have gone. He should have taken another touch and slotted it near post.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Simple. He had so much space.
He was through the middle, and he was ahead of Kjær, I think. And Kjær's not going to catch anyone. Kjær's not even going to catch. I don't know. Even fucking Jorginho outruns Kjær. So why aren't you going for goal? I don't know.
I agree.
You want to get,
but it's also a genius play because who the fuck sees that pass?
I mean, but the thing is, even
though the right play, but it shows his vision. That's what I
wanted it to be later. If it was a second later, Romagnoli would have gotten it because he was right with Dzeko.
He shouldn't. If he's gonna pass, that's when you're gonna pass. But it's a very hard shot for Dzeko to make as well. And
as I said to you when we watched the game, 2017 Dzeko would have slotted that in top ins.
Yes, 100%.
But but that Dzeko was a top 25 player in the world.
Exactly.
Officially.
Yeah. But still.
I think we just have Pellegrini. I think what really stood out for me is not only was it a man of the match performance,
100%
caliber wise. On top of that, Pellegrini always has first his worst games against the bigger teams, big matches. Second, against physical midfielders when he's getting marked by physical players like Kessie. But he bitched Kessie. Yeah, he made Kessie look like an absolute fool when they're running down the line and he had that weird touchback. Yeah. It's like, Kessie, where are you going, my friend? I mean, have a man of the match performance in his most uncomfortable environment is very impressive.
And Benacer was the only thing Benacer did all game was concede a penalty, so he did a good job. I think him as well.
Benacer is the biggest fucking job. Did you see how easily Dzeko dribbled past him? Dzeko is not a player who's gonna pull out some magic and some samba dribbles and do an elastical pass. He just ran straight, touched the ball a little to the side, and Benacer was gone. And I was like,
it's Fraudacer.
Seriously, you can't be a defensive midfielder and not be able to read Dzeko pushing the ball a little to the side. Come on, bro. And that was into the penalty area.
He's a
That was so bad. But what I was happy with Pellegrini was after the Juve game, I was very happy with his defensive performance. But then I was thinking like Juve don't have much, like they don't have much offensive power through the middle. At least they didn't in that game because they had like Rabiot, American fraud, and
exactly.
So then
but I think Pellegrini's been great this whole season.
Yeah.
No, exactly. But now he had to
season.
prove it versus good attacking, because Benacer is a very good midfielder offensively.
For the national team against the Netherlands, he did well against Juve, and he did very well against Milan.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I mean, like, just his defensive performance, I was very happy about, because that shows he can play. We can play Veretout and
his
Pellegrini.
defensive, he looked like De Rossi. I mean, the way he was tackling there in the midfield to shield the defense, if you will.
Yeah, honestly. And I didn't think I would see that.
I was very surprised not to see Tonali be subbed on for Benacer.
Yeah, same.
They really...
And people ask why I don't rate Pioli.
Who did they even sub on? Wait, I'm checking.
They didn't sub on centimeter. They subbed on Castillejo.
And Krunic.
Wait, no, they didn't sub on off Benacer. They took off Leao and Selemakers. They only made 2 subs.
Yeah.
The fuck? That's weird. We only made 3, to be fair.
But I think also it's dangerous to try and change.
Yeah.
Because when it's a 3-3, like I think the level of focus it takes to be playing in that game, it's not easy to come on.
True.
And I was shocked he brought Viard on. That shows so much trust for me.
That's
jeez.
When Mia Sebe saw that, when Viard muscled off Kessie, that was too much for me. Like he first won the ball, then muscled him off, and then passed the ball off.
But do you know what it is about Viard? It's not what Viard is great at is the timing.
Yeah.
If you hit a guy at the right time when his body weight's at a certain place, you will knock him off. And that's what Viard is great at.
The guy is a football Sherlock Holmes. He sees everything in slow motion and reads every single part of it.
There was Viard. Yeah, he was.
We want to talk about. Mia Sebe noticed that the tactical setup with Pedro and Karstorp. That was very impressive. We thought, with how in build up and in attack generally, they kind of switched places. So obviously Karstorp went more out wide, but he went further up, and Pedro dropped back to help in build up, because obviously we all know that Karstorp's technique isn't great, but he has the athleticism to get in behind.
I also think Pedro perhaps doesn't have the legs to go up and down the line all 90 minutes, especially without Carles Perez available to substitute him. That's probably why he subbed Karsdorp. So the Karsdorp Bruno Perez change was the equivalent of the normal Pedro for Carles change.
I think
it's like Fonseca's very clever how he thinks of the game in that way.
And I also think it's very evident that the only thing you need when playing with that back 3 is to not be shit defensively, which is why Karsdorp can't start and Bruno should start.
No, I think Karsdorp, give the man 5 games. Give the man 5 games.
The thing is, we don't even need to say that Santon is good at defending and therefore we should play him. We need someone to put in the shift and not fuck up.
Yeah.
But Karsdorp can do it, Sebe.
Not against good opponents. Okay, you can maybe do it against Sofia.
Yeah, but we also have to, like, honestly, the man has barely played football in 3 years. Yeah. If I don't play indoor for 2 weeks, my legs feel like sausages. No, but let's give the guy a break.
But the thing is, running isn't this issue. It's when he shoots.
No, I actually, jokes aside, I think it is. If he, like the way Leao toasted him, the man looked like he
just didn't
rust in his legs.
No, but that acceleration is actually embarrassingly bad. So I think maybe Sasha has a point. Also, his technique has looked very bad, and I don't remember it being that bad when he first came to us.
I don't think his technique has looked that bad.
No, but he had some big problems versus young boys in build-up play.
Synthetic.
Yeah, I know, but it's still. And also yesterday he didn't make a good touch. I don't know. I I think his technique is still an issue in build-up, which is why I think Fonseca swapped Pedro and Karsdorp in the build-up.
Karsdorp will be the right back of Roma's future.
Possibly. I agree with.
Well, do you know why
Sasha,
I want
given 5
Karsdorp
games.
in there? Honestly, do you know why I want Karsdorp in there? Because we know what Bruno Perez is. We know what Santon is. That's what they're going to be forever. They're never going to get any better. That's them.
Yeah.
Maybe Karsdorp's as bad as them, but maybe there's a hope he can be twice as good.
Watch Karsdorp turn into prime Roma Maicon.
Karsdorp looks like Kolarov of last season when he was playing left back.
And that is not a good thing.
I know.
And
The twice as fast.
hanging free kicks to save his job.
Was there anything else to say on the Milan game?
Brilliant performance from Dzeko. Very impressive.
Fantastic. My captain fucked Romagnoli. Fucked him. Idiot Gnoli. Fraud Gnoli. My most hated player in Serie A, I must say. The face of a piece of shit. The attitude of a piece of shit.
And
a
he
piece
missed
of
the
shit.
wide open header to win the game.
Oh, he missed the wide open header and he got beaten
Yeah.
for the goal.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful. What an embarrassment. Is that your captain? What an absolute embarrassment. Look at our captain. Look at what our captain is doing to your captain. Your captain was our fucking reserve, my friend. Fucking clowns.
True. Anyways, I just want to mention on the corner where Tatarusanu made a mistake, which he did, yes, but it's also a brilliant corner because
Perfect.
there's no way Tatarusanu is gonna reach that, and if he doesn't reach that, that's a very good.
Tatarusanu didn't touch the ball, am I right?
No, he didn't.
Some Milan fan told me Romagnoli only missed the header because Tatarusanu deflected it. I'm like, no, he did not. He missed the ball clearly. Like, if Tatarusanu stays in the goal, Dzeko just headed it bottom right corner anyway.
Why do you waste your breath on Milan fan?
Yeah.
That's actually an excellent question. I actually might just have to. I don't know. But that Dzeko would have scored anyway.
Yeah.
Then also
it looked like Dzeko had his head surgery, so he can actually aim a header.
Header.
I said it last week. I'm just saying I should be the new Roma coach.
I had 4 predictions. You had 1. Calma.
So I think, so Dzeko and the celebration that Sebe mentioned earlier was very nice to see. Nice to see that, he's committed and involved in the team.
And
I genuinely didn't expect that. Like, I really didn't expect that from him.
And Kumbula's goal is probably one of my favorite goals this season, just because it was Prime Mexes-esque when he just threw himself at everyone, just wanting to score.
What a king!
No one else moved. Everyone else had given up on that ball except
Zlatan. He got assist.
Wonderful karate kick by Zlatan to put it back. I don't actually know. Like, that is actually very, very shocking to see from Zlatan. Because that is amateurish to try karate kick a ball in front of your own goal.
Yeah.
That is really amateur play.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
I mean, it's the Ibanez effect. He lives rent-free in Zlatan's head. I mean,
But I think overall,
Ibanez was whispering in his ear, "I can destroy you on jiu-jitsu. I'm Brazilian." And Zlatan was like, "I will show this out."
So I think overall, Milan probably deserve to win like 55-45. They also had that header last minute. I do think, however, if the game were to go on another 200 minutes, Milan could have scored 10 and Roma would have equalized 10 times. I do think it was one of those games as well. But obviously, I think Milan, obviously they were the ones taking the lead. We were the ones catching up to them. And, we held on to the end. But I think they did look slightly better, slightly more menacing overall.
Agreed.
They were also at home, to be fair, which is, whether there's fans or not, it is a psychological advantage. And I think, all things considered, if we compare like how Inter performed against them, we look very strong.
True.
Regardless of if Milan looks slightly better, Milan at the moment are the most informed team in Europe. So
I've got to say though, I was
Well, not that Bayern wouldn't beat them 5-0 easily, but you know what I mean.
yeah. But I don't know. I wasn't too impressed with Milan considering because I haven't watched them too much. I didn't watch the Inter game.
And I agree with you. It's not that either side looked like they played impressive football, but what you have to understand in the Italian top 2 club clash is always a tactical game.
True.
Always is. It always looks scrappy. It never looks beautiful.
No, but
unless
what I mean
Totti
is
playing.
Exactly.
What
and
I
he
mean is
embarrasses Inter.
we don't look like a. On paper, we're not a top 4 team.
No, but we play the football of a top team.
No, but like and
we
Milan
look like the
people are talking about
mental of a
Milan
top team.
about Milan being like I don't know, definitely should getting top 4.
But, I mean,
I didn't see that. I didn't see a Milan. I feel like if you're like definitely top 4 candidates, you should be beating us east. Like I don't know, they should have outplayed us more. Because I don't think we have.
I don't agree. I think Roma is a lot better than you're giving them credit for right now. A lot better. We haven't lost in 14 games.
And last
last
season we had Inter on the road.
We've literally won 11 of our last 14 games, I think.
Yeah,
I think you really underestimate Roma. I don't think any team is going to beat Roma easily this season.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm
maybe
not saying we're like bad, but I mean, maybe it's more like credit to Fonseca because on paper, my dogs are going.
Yes, it is big credit to Fonseca, and that's why he complained at the end of the match. He said, "We don't have the investment." And what he's saying is, I'll tell you right now what he's been saying, and we never he is asking to be allowed to challenge.
Yeah.
Because they've given him a squad to get them through the first season.
Yeah.
They've given him a squad, okay, but come fifth, whatever, and then we'll get a serious. He's saying to them, check what I'm doing with these morons. Give me players and I'll take the title for myself. You don't need to get someone else. And he's proving it.
Give Fonseca Inter's squad and he finishes with points.
I've had Inter fans say that. Where give Fonseca Inter's team and they win the Scudetto.
They will finish with at least 90 points.
Yeah, no, seriously. No, but what I meant is we have Karsdorp, who is clearly not at this level right now. We didn't have our best
at what level? What is not at this? I'm saying level. What do you mean?
Right now, I think he's like a bottom team in the Serie A. Like he played versus Milan, he is good enough for a bottom team in the Serie A. I think if he gets time, he can be good enough for us. But I mean, okay. Then we have Mkhitaryan kind of off form. We have Spinazzola completely off form in the Milan game. We didn't have our best center back. And still, we managed to push Milan this hard.
We don't have our best player.
Yeah, no, Zaniolo as well. But he's that's more like we're more prepared for that, you know?
And
no, I get you. But I'm just saying, what Fonseca is. So I was just saying, what Fonseca is doing without he literally, they've literally said, Zaniolo is what the project is based around.
Yeah.
He has lost his project, and he is still getting results.
100%. I'm very.
Well, Fonseca is proving his worth every game.
I am not.
I promise you, if Messi tore his ACL, Barca would drop out of the top 3 in La Liga.
I mean, look now. Messi isn't performing. Messi isn't performing right now. Look at how they're doing.
Yeah.
That's
terrible.
Juventus tonight, though.
True.
Yeah, I really think tonight might be either side could win 3-0 or it will be a 1-1 draw, something like that, I think.
Speaking about Juve Barca, I just want to mention Ronaldo, what he posted, because I think that is fucking retarded. I'm not saying if you don't believe that the corona is real, get out, you're stupid. But also okay, maybe some people can believe that. But if you're that famous of a person and are saying this illness that could kill thousands and thousands, are saying that is not real, think about how you're going to influence people, you know?
I agree with you, but I want to think about the how many people, and obviously corona is real, don't get me wrong, it should be treated very seriously. But how many footballers who have got it have gotten symptoms? Because maybe it's a case where If you're at that level of fitness, perhaps you just don't develop symptoms, and it's not something we should be keeping players out for. Although maybe that's just way too risky as well. Maybe got their own families, etc. Yeah.
But then I think the way he's doing that, like that's what I mean. I think maybe that discussion should be had.
Idiot
but I
kids
don't
are
think
going to say Ronaldo doesn't believe in COVID. Why should I?
Look at all those 12-year-olds who would jump off a cliff if Ronaldo said, I will do a personal sue for you if you jump off a cliff. You don't think that people would completely right of course.
Honestly, they would. They 100% would.
There are too many gents. That's actually what's worrying. Ronaldo could send Oaks to war with a 1C, and Oaks are drawing swords. I promise you.
100%. No, but I don't know. I think it's very stupid to be that famous and go out and say that. I mean, partly his mother and his sister said it's fake. He said the PCR test, which is the corona test he did.
Wow.
Huh?
Oh no, it was his sister. Yeah, his sister.
I can't remember if it was mother or sister or whatever it was.
No, it was.
And now he says, "I'm feeling well. The PCR test is bullshit," or whatever it was he said. I don't know. I don't think a person with that kind of influence should say things like that about an illness.
Yeah, but what can he do? They can't stop him.
No, exactly.
Yeah, no. But
he's just too powerful.
He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
No, I mean like fuck you, Ronaldo, for doing that. I don't mean.
Yeah, facts. No, I get you. I'm just saying. Yeah. It's weird that man actually can. He's probably one of the most powerful people, top 10 powerful people.
Don't forget, he has the immunity of being a Juve player as well, so it's like double trouble when it comes to that.
Well, I mean, he suits Juve because that is such an idiotic Juve thing to say.
That is such a Juve move.
Yeah,
like to say COVID doesn't exist. Just like how your two of your titles didn't exist. But
I just want to put him. I just want to like put him and De Rossi in a room together, and De Rossi can like do whatever he wants, because I don't know if you've seen, but he's been talking.
Do you think De Rossi would beat up Ronaldo?
No, of course he wouldn't.
I would beat up De Rossi.
No. I'm saying if he wanted to. Do you think De Rossi is actually physically capable of beating up Ronaldo?
Maybe not physically, but I feel like he has that. Ronaldo doesn't know how to fight. De Rossi probably does.
Ronaldo is afraid to get a nasty boo-boo on his arm. How do you think he's going to match up against
Okay,
Rossi?
But I feel like Ronaldo has the power of an android.
Look, we all know
he also has the moving. He also has the fighting capability of like an android phone.
Yeah, but Ronaldo can literally just like hit like this and knock an Oak 2 meters. Like that's the thing.
No, but let's just say it like this. When they went to school and someone made Ronaldo upset, he went to the teacher and cried. When someone made De Rossi upset, he beat them. You know, like
when someone made
he beat them.
Like it's obviously, or at least he stood his ground. You know,
Sasha, are you calling the guy that got put on his ass by Mancini and kicked out the ball for a corner? Are you saying that he's going to beat up De Rossi?
That was just too funny, my goodness. But
kids watching this, if there are any kids watching this, don't get into fights. Be nice.
Yeah.
No. Trust. But I think now I think tomorrow we're playing Sofia.
Yeah.
CSKA Sofia. Gonna batter them maybe 7-8-0.
Every time
they're clowns, pathetic, no respect for them.
Yeah,
they're coming
read
to get annihilated like the dogs they are, like young boys did.
For every East European side Roma plays concede at least 5 goals. That's just a rule.
They are going to be humiliated, to say the least, and they will never step foot in Rome again.
Their fans have basically said, "Why are we even playing this game? Rome is going to win."
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a hat trick from Mayoral.
Yes.
And if he doesn't, I think we shouldn't buy him.
He's a flop then.
From Madrid. But jokes aside, I think it should be quite a straightforward game. Yeah. I think we should get the win. Exciting to see how the B team does, and then we'll speak about those performances in the next episode.
Now we have a couple of easy games. We have until the Napoli game,
we have Fiorentina on Sunday, my friend.
Yeah, but they have Pioli. No, Pioli.
Iachini. Yeah, you say that, and then Vlahovic is going to score a hat trick against us. Thank you.
Who is Vlahovic?
Thank you for that.
You mean Castrovilli?
No. I mean Vlahovic, because we were linked to Vlahovic. Have you never been a Roma fan?
He doesn't play.
Exactly, and we were linked to him. So it's all going to compound on each other and make it even more embarrassing for us.
Yeah. No, but like
will be his
we don't have a
redemption
very.
game.
We have this Fiorentina game, which is going to be the toughest game in the next like 5 or 6 games, and then we have like
Till the
huge-
29th of November, which is
Yeah.
where we play Napoli.
Yeah, exactly. So we
I
should
think, but we should win every game now until Napoli. I think.
Yeah. honestly we should.
In fact, how about this? If we are actually top 4 contenders, we
Yes.
will win every game up until Napoli from here on.
And that will
Yes.
be
A statement.
going in like 20 games without actually losing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would accept drawing or losing like one Europa League game just because we don't care. Like the last game.
No. I can't accept it. Our B team need to be hungry, and we are honestly, our Europa League is full of fucking clam farmers. Like, we can't be losing to these oaks. If we drop points to any of these oaks, I'm embarrassed.
We can't.
I'm
have a
always gonna
replay
be-
of, Wolfsberger.
Huh?
We can't have a replay of Wolfsberger.
No, true. I'll say it like this: like I won't be stressed if we lose a game, but obviously, like
Oh yeah. Facts.
we should
Yeah, I
should
get what
always
you
win a
mean.
game.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I just won't be
Yeah,
like.
fair. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Sorry, I just wanted to fight with you. I feel you.
But this is the group that we're supposed to go like clean through the group stage.
Yeah, if bare minimum expectation of Fonseca out is 18 points from this Europa League group.
True. I
Anything
think
less,
even 21
an
points.
idiot.
Honestly.
Okay, I think on that note we should end this episode.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much else to talk about. Honestly.
I think-
maybe predictions.
So tomorrow night, I think like a 3-1, 4-1 maybe. Hopefully,
I think we're gonna concede.
but it could end up being a 2-1 again.
No, I'm gonna say 4-0 actually. I just feel like we're gonna score and the defense is gonna hold up because
Our defense are just trolls. They're actually just trolling our keepers. They won't allow a clean sheet this season. Trust me, they won't. They will be great, but they won't allow a clean sheet. They will just concede one banter goal every match at least.
So fucking true. Smalling is gonna start.
Majoral will start as well,
I don't know if
and
Fonseca
Ricky
said
the K will start.
Zalewski.
yeah, Zalewski and Milanese, who is very interesting. I'm gonna make a video about the Primavera in the coming days, hopefully. So look out for that. But anyways, Milanese is a good talent. If anyone doesn't follow the Primavera, because I know a lot of Roma fans don't.
I mean, none of you are the purist that Marx is, of course.
Exactly. I'm
Roma.
I'm just a real Roma fan. I know. For example, Sebe isn't because he misses like half the games.
Yeah, we should actually pick this idiot.
At least like
anyways.
I'm earning the money to buy Roma shirts. I'm
Okay.
actually contributing to the club.
Actually, if you didn't know, Sebe paid for 0.1% of Kumbula, so we should be thanking him.
No,
Exactly.
actually, you know what he's paying? He's paying for Jesus' 2 cents who don't make it different.
Thank
to
you,
the club's
Sebe.
Financial.
Sebe, if you don't
stuff.
buy a shirt, maybe they'll have to let Jesus leave. You know, if we got Pastore and Jesus off, it's fucking 7 million. How ridiculous is that?
Yeah, it's just too ridiculous.
I mean, it's on me.
Yeah, it is.
It is on you.
It is.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's and then Fiorentina.
I wanted to mention about Smalling. I think that this could be big because I feel like we have conceded a lot of like stupid, sloppy defensive goals. So
Yeah.
maybe Smalling
Hopefully,
can come
he
in
can
and
clean that up a bit. Yeah.
like with the concentration and maybe even in training help the younger, because right now our backline has an average age I saw somewhere of 21.6 years old. That's
Fuck yeah.
extremely young.
Yeah.
It's very
That's
good, but it's
impossible.
extremely young.
But yes.
Baby
Like-
Defesa.
To start a backline like that versus Milan, if I don't know.
Nah, that's just cojones, my boy.
Yeah, exactly. It's risky.
Cojones.
I don't mind. Like, I'm happy with us having a young backline. I just mean that I think Smalling will be important for the bigger games, especially.
But I don't
agree.
want to see any one of those 4 players on the bench at any given time.
But this is what I said to Sasha when we talked the other day. We should play a 3 at the back with Ibanez Libro behind them.
Yes.
The only way to get them all in.
Without Dzeko.
The thing is, we could probably play, take out the goalkeeper and play Ibanez as a libero because he's athletic enough to kick the ball.
I would rather have Ibanez as our right mid than any of these idiots.
Fact.
I'm just saying, Paul Lopez wouldn't have made the block that Ibanez did on the Lapadula offside goal.
Exactly. Even though he was offside.
Exactly. He still wouldn't have made the block.
Exactly. Because he would have known it was offside.
We should probably wrap up. Give your predictions for first. Seba, did you say yours for the?
It's nothing.
8-0.
6.
8-0. 6. Okay, well, I hope you're right. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll say 4-0, maybe 4-1. Fiorentina game.
I'm gonna say. I think we could maybe have we take like a 3-0 lead, and then we get a bit comfortable. Maybe it ends 3-1, 3-2.
Yeah, I was.
But it could also
3-1.
be a shootout, and maybe it ends 3-2, 4-2. Who knows?
I got 2-0.
2-0. I don't know. I just don't believe the likes of a Ribéry.
Exactly.
The man's too smart for our defense.
Castrovilli as well. They have had very, very high scoring games lately, I think, and we have had too. So I think realistically, maybe even 4-3 to us. I think we're gonna win. But just because I love our young defense so much, I'm gonna say like 3-1 because. Yeah.
Roma look a lot mentally stronger than the teams we've played so far, in the sense that Milan took the lead, but it was almost like off sheer will, where we didn't have much in attack, but we would force a goal to come because we would refuse to lose.
Exactly.
Benevento took the lead. Young Boys took the lead.
Yeah.
And we, like with Benevento, we're like, okay, we're gonna have to crush these guys now because they're not giving up.
No, but it was honestly like we were just chilling, and then they scored the goal, and then we're like, okay, now it's a problem. We gotta score, and then we scored 2, and then they get a bullshit penalty, and then we're like, oh fuck, we just scored 3 more.
But we got an But we also got a very bullshit penalty against you Young Boys.
No, I guess Benevento.
With that Pedro one, was that there?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Virgil. You're also gonna start saying Roma buying refs, guys. This is bad.
No, they're just gonna. We can just blame it on Pedro because it's always Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro has brought his UEFA loan and nonsense to us.
Yeah,
he's brought it.
Oh, fuck's sake!
I knew it.
Pedro. He should be the October MVP.
Yeah, fact. But yeah, he's won 3 penalties this season or something.
Huh?
Yeah, he's won 2 penalties, scored 2 goals. This man, Pedro. And remember that guy who tweeted us, "Enjoy Pedro, enjoy David Silva, my lad." Lazio fan, well done you. But yeah, guys, I think we can end it there.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
It was lovely to speak to you, boys.
Happy.
Likewise.
Yeah, same to you. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care. Bye.